Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here, and I'm going to talk about, well, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. As you see it behind me, my wife and I have been playing this. We got it on release day. She's upstairs playing it right now because, well, it's a good game. It's addicting. It's got good qualities, but it's got some issues to it. I'm going to give you a picky review now. I know there's a lot of people that I got more viewers if you're new to my channel. I'm a picky old gamer. I don't just say picky in my name. I nitpick and I do gripe at stuff when especially I see things like Nintendo that could do a lot better and they still do some stupid stuff. Now, of course, this game was brand new $60, though if you look at Walmart, they still run physical games, at least in my area, for $49.95 or $49.94 is what we got. So we got it for $50. My wife and I have both beat the main game here. Except we went to the main first world, I think, Star Wars. We haven't got through those. Those are pretty challenging. And we're average, we're average players. We have both beat at least the main part of the Bowser's Fury part of it. Now, I have to review both sides of it. Now, looking right here, looking at this part, this is fun. This is, what can you say about the graphics? It's Nintendo. It's gorgeous. It runs really good. It loads really fast. The Bowser's Fury loads a little slower, but it is a open world situation when you get in there and once it loads. It doesn't have any problem with that. The problem with this game reminds me of the Wii U, Super Mario Bros. U, which we tried to play, and we actually got so fucking fed up with it. Is that Nintendo does one thing very poorly. Nintendo does not have the common sense to make the camera work better. They're just showing you a camera here, usually for a little bit. Now they'll probably change here in a minute, and it'll be just by yourself, and it's easier on the screen when you have multiple people playing locally, couch co-op. My wife and I, and sometimes our daughter will jump in there and we'll play. There's times when it's a lot more challenging. It's like, well, get good. You're supposed to work together. That's not really I know people give that excuse like, oh my gosh, get good, bro. My wife and I are pretty good. We work together. We communicate. But sometimes you're just goofing off and you don't mean to. You outrun each other. Now, somebody says, well, that's a part of it. You got to get good at it. They had split screen shit. Now they're going to show multiplayer. They had split screen stuff back in when they were playing on Lego games for the 360. They added the split screen ability when you walked away from each other. It didn't hurt you. Everybody right here in these were right next to each other. They don't show you what happens when you walk away. If you're local, it pulls you away, and whoever probably, quote, dominates the game or is first player sometimes, it yanks everybody else in a bubble, and it hurts you. And it's kind of stupid. It's kind of fucking stupid to do that. Yeah, the photo mode's here. It's pretty neat. We haven't tried it yet. But, the problem with the way the multiplayer is done is that it's fucking just messing with your flow. If you're not right next to each other, you're trying to run, you're trying to do stuff. Well, keep together, blah 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 blah. It's not good, and that's the main problem with that part. Then we have Bowser's Fury. Now this looks gorgeous. I know it's cute. People say it don't look gorgeous. Nintendo and the Switch, they can produce some fucking gorgeous games. Luigi's Mansion 3 still looks amazing. I can't believe how good it looks. Giga Bowser, which you fight him. Basically, here's this game. This part of it is not really a long part. You can beat him pretty easily once you get used to it. It's not too bad. What makes me have to be a little picky about it and get all grouchy is that it becomes basically rinse and repeat. Basically, Bowser, as you're playing through here, Bowser will come forward and Bowser will do his thing, right? Well, Bowser pops out every so often, and then you have to either avoid him or fight him a little bit. And he goes, wait, as you do this, more stuff unlocks, more things progress. Not going to try to spoil it for you. It's fun. It is impressive looking. He looks impressive. It is still, I don't care what you say, this game looks good. And 0.4, 0.7 teraflops of power. This is impressive looking on my 4K TV, even though it's only 1080p. It's up, I guess my TV upscales a little bit. It looks gorgeous. This looks impressive. The problem with this game mode is that they didn't know when to quit. This comes over and over and over and over and over to the point that it gets boring. And then he goes away. And you know how I'm going to spoil, and I'm not going to spoil much for you. To get rid of him, you either wait or you grab a cat shine, which it's a mixture of shines and cats. This whole thing's around cats. And then, of course, you get the Gigabell and you become, frankly, the Super Saiyan version of the Golden Cat. Yeah, you know, there's points about this that kind of get on my nerves. It's a great game. This mode is fun. But, again, it's like Nintendo got a rock solid hard on for something and wouldn't allow it to just, be something simple. Now, I'm not bitching at the game. I mean, hell, we played the shit out of it. We've run our controllers down a couple times. You know, Nintendo makes good games. But I'm not going to forgive a game when you're playing couch co-op that it can't split the screen, allow people to split out. Use that 16:9 aspect ratio TV. It's so fucking frustrating. We had 3 of us playing it, and it's so fucking frustrating. We just get mad at each other just a little bit because we're looking at each other going, I'm over here, but you're like, well, I'm fucking trying. Somebody says, I'm not trying to die over here. Nintendo, they've had things called split screening for a long time, and you need to learn how to do it. And the Lego games did it really good, and it was back in the 360 era. There's no excuse for this. Zero excuse for this crap. Okay? But that's a point off. I count a point off on that, and it's still a good game, a good mode. It's multiplayer. It looks good. It plays good. It's a little easy. But then you get toward the end if you want to complete the later stuff. And especially it adds more challenge if you're playing with other people. It's still a good game. Bowser's Fury. It's good. It's an idea for a good game. Except Bowser keeps coming back over and over. And it gets where it's annoying. And then all you have to do is grab a shine and send him away. Then when you beat the story part of it and you continue to, there's like twice as many shines. It's 100 shines you can get. You don't need nearly that many. It resets it. It won't give you a post-game open world. It makes you still have to deal with his bitch ass coming back every 5 seconds. And it's very irritating. It's good. So I count a point off for that and a point off for the split screen multiplayer. It really just gets under your nerves. And I have to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm picky. It's a great game. Maybe an 8, maybe the Bowser's, maybe the split screen stuff is not as bad, but I have to count a point off for that. The Bowser's Fury stuff, yeah, I have to, I think I thought about half a point off, but if you play the post game Bowser's Fury stuff and you want to fight him, you have to engage the entire ending fight sequence and go through the credits to get back into the gameplay. It's like somebody didn't think that through. I have to count a point off. So, Bowser's Fury, what do I think of it? It's a great game. I'm a nitpicky old bastard. I'm a picky old gamer. I give it an 8 out of 10. If they would go in there and patch up the Bowser's Fury part to where you could have a post game where you could just not have to deal with Bowser, or have it where he comes back every blue moon because you've beat him, then that would be I would give it at least 8.5 out of 10. If they could patch in some type of split screen, which I know they won't because they don't give a shit, I give it over a 9. But Nintendo is lazy when it comes to couch co-op, and this is the proof of it, and they just don't care a lot of times. So that was my picky review. I hope you enjoyed it. Bowser's Fury is a good game. You may not even give a shit. If you're playing this by yourself mostly, you would easily give it a 9 out of 10 because you don't have to worry about that. And if you're playing it online with people, your screen doesn't move, so there's a moot point there. So this is, again, my picky review basis, couch co-op, and rest of the stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do appreciate everybody watching. Have you played Bowser's Fury? Have you played it before on the Wii U? Are you getting it? Let me know what you think. All right, everybody. Picky Gamer.